Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the most fun topic ever, tariffs. I would be definitely okay if I never heard the word tariff ever again, but we'll go through some news. There will be some good news in here. You can see SUI is holding up very well, and I'll tell you why. So let's go. Let's talk about it. So something interesting, Bitcoin officially surpasses Google to become the 5th largest asset in the world by market cap. Pretty cool. And here we go. Trump pumped his Trump coin again by saying that the top 220 holders will be able to register for Trump dinner with the president. So we saw a big rally there. We can see it on the chart right here. And we're starting to come down again because now he's ruffling with tariffs yet again. So it seems like he literally, Trump, just stares at the market. And whenever we get a pump, it sounds like he just says, okay, let's talk about tariffs a lot. And then it just dumps into crazy land every single time. It's like literally every breakout that we get, boom, tariffs, more uncertainty. And that's what the market hates, is just uncertainty. That's what's happening. That's why we're getting all of this craziness. Yeah, so here we go. This is a really interesting one. So yesterday at 12 p.m., U.S. Treasury Secretary Bessent said he sees de-escalation with China and the current situation is unsustainable. These comments were provided in a closed-door investor summit. So basically, they tell everyone that they're going to get rid of tariffs so they can buy in, and the de-escalation will come from the very few. Bessent said during an event hosted by JP Morgan Chase & Co. in Washington, which wasn't open to the public or media. He characterized the current situation as essentially a trade embargo, according to people who attended the session. So this happened on Tuesday, 2 days ago now. So it's kind of garbage, that they, how is this fair to retail investors is the big question, right? We have no idea what's going on. And then behind the scenes, these people can, make any trades because they're privy to information that's not privy to everyone else. How is this not insider trading? I'm sure they made some trades based on this, closed some, maybe opened some longs, bought some assets or whatever. So I don't know. It's just getting annoying at this point. I would be totally okay if I never heard the word tariff again. I mean, I wish we could just get out of this uncertainty period so that people can figure out what they want to do with their lives. Companies, especially, I work in manufacturing, so it's been really hard on my company as well. I work in auto manufacturing, so I don't know. This is another interesting one, 21 Capital. I'm trying to find the ticker for 21 Capital. I believe it's XII. XXI, but I don't see anything. I don't see anything. So if I go up here and I go XXI, there's this one, which is 22nd, but I don't think it's that one. I guess we could check real quick if they have a massive pump. Oh, maybe it is. Is it 22nd? Didn't everyone say 21st? I'm confused. I don't even know. I can't find the ticker for this. And yeah. It's interesting. So it's going to be like another MicroStrategy, basically. Jack Mallers, I think, is a really interesting younger guy who talks a lot about Bitcoin, and 21 Capital and Jack Mallers. Let's see if I can just find the ticker. Yeah, there's literally nothing I can find out about this group. I don't know if this news is even, I mean, I see people talking about it all the time, and people are saying, oh, I'm investing in this company. I literally can't find the ticker or anything about the company. So let's ask Grok. Maybe Grok knows what's happening here. Okay, yeah, I see this. Ticker symbol for 21 Capital Inc., led by CEO Jack Mallers, is XXI. Okay, that's what I thought. The company plans to list on the NASDAQ following its merger with Cantor Equity Partners, which was announced. Okay, so maybe you can find this ticker. I don't know. Maybe you just can't invest in it yet, which was announced on April 23rd, which was literally yesterday. However, as of the 24th, XXI is not yet tradable as the merger is expected to close in Q2, pending regulatory approval. Okay, so it's not quite available. It'll be like another MSTR competitor and I think they have a pretty good amount of Bitcoin already, which is going to be really interesting. So yeah, that'll be kind of cool. And here's some good news. Finally, Pokemon on SUI. Rumor mill is working overtime on this one today. Pokemon Home had a privacy policy update, which includes a new developer, Parasol Technologies. Miston Labs owns Parasol, and it is the developer behind SUI. Not too hard to be connecting the dots. So that's interesting. Developers, the Pokemon Works, and Parasol Technologies process your personal information in Japan. Okay, so Interesting. SUI. And you can see SUI is definitely holding up. If we go look at the charts, doing well. SUI has been a good performer for a while. I have a decent amount of SUI, not enough, clearly, because it's holding up so well compared to the rest of the market right now. I mean, it's just more uncertainty constantly. Man, when will it end? It doesn't seem like there's any sort of end in sight. And potentially GME could be buying Bitcoin as well. So that would be interesting. They said, get some sleep. We'll be seeing you first thing in the morning. Maybe they'll announce something. Who knows? Am I following GameStop? Oh, that's just a picture. I hate when people do that. Yeah, they should just repost what they said and then talk about it. But here's also what Trump said. So
in the end, I think what's going to happen is we're going to have great deals. And by the way, if we don't have a deal with a company or a country, we're going to set the tariff. We just set the tariff. It's something that we think that will happen, I'd say, over the next couple of weeks. Wouldn't you say? I think so. Over the next 2-3 weeks, we'll be setting the number. And we're going to pick, could be for China too, could be for China. Well, we're dealing with almost all of them. Too many to fully deal with, but we're going to be fair to them. But we're dealing with a lot of countries right now, and could be with China, but maybe we'll make a special, a deal. In the end, I think what's going to happen is...
So yeah, originally we had a 245% tariff on China, which is ridiculous. And then there was news that it was going down to 20%. And then there was news that it was only going down 100% instead of 220%. And then now maybe there's no tariff deal. I don't know what's happening. I don't think there's been a single actual deal signed yet. Don't quote me on that, but it sounds like they're maybe going to be having a tariff deal with India soon. And China has confirmed that there's been no economic or trade negotiations with the United States. China will not be intimidated, they said. And then there's also now the courts may dig Trump out of the tariff hole by declaring them taxes that only Congress can impose. It may help him save face and help us save the economy for our 401ks. Yeah, as we know, the assets have been absolutely destroyed since tariffs have been mentioned, and really since Trump has come into office. It's been pretty brutal. So, I mean, if we go look at the SPY, you can see now pre-market's coming back a tiny bit. It was down even more. I just saw it inch up a little bit more. So, I mean, just look at this. It's like a ping pong ball, up and down and up and down. What's happening? Who's doing what? MSTR had a nice run. Some of the mining, Bitcoin mining stocks did good. So Mara, CLSK, I had some decent positions in. We had a really nice bar 2 days ago on Tuesday, which was pretty sweet. Coinbase came up a lot as well. It's now above the 50% and now flirting with it again. So we'll see what happens. Again, I mean, anything could change at any single minute, and all it takes is Trump to say literally anything. I don't know. It's a crazy world we live in. I did open a couple trades, and I probably should have closed them. I opened a trade on XCN and was up about $1,000 in like a literal hour or so, like right here. Yeah, you can see I bought in here, boom, blow off, and then it's kind of accumulating right here. So we'll leave the trade open a lot. I have most of my leverage trades closed just because it's freaking insane right now. I have not closed any of my spot yet. My base case is still that we're going to have a new all-time high at somewhere in the end of this year. Again, as I've been saying, sometime in September-ish, I'm still looking at something like this, and then maybe we are entering a recession. You know, the SOM rule triggered, and we've had the unemployment numbers continue to go up and up. So there's some writing on the wall. Manufacturing has gone down as well, especially because they're trying to move in accordance with what's happening with tariffs, which, you know, it's like almost like, all right, let's just hang out and wait and see what happens, because the tariff changes have been so extreme and often. And yeah, existing home sales, we'll get some numbers from the Fed today, so we'll see how that goes. And that's gonna be pretty much it for the video. Who knows what's happening? Job openings is another one. So you know, people are watching the job market very closely to see if we are going into a recession, and maybe people are gonna go into things like gold and silver, etc. Gold just had, I believe, the single or one of the biggest pullbacks ever. 3.86%, $135 pullback on the daily chart, and then another one right after it, and then, you know, back up a little bit. So clearly gold was getting a little too pumpy, so it's gonna do some pullbacks now. I think silver and maybe even potentially platinum might be next. So platinum's interesting because I have some physical metals. I bought like an ounce of gold, an ounce of platinum, and a bunch of silver. I want to say like at the beginning of like 2020 or something. And it's funny because platinum, I think I paid $1,000 for it or something, and it's exactly where it was 4 years ago. So that was, you know, it's like a pretty good stable coin. I guess we'll go in the monthly. Let's look at the monthly. You can see it's been pretty much a stable coin since 2021, which is interesting. We had a big pump here, boom. And platinum's interesting because it's actually the rarest metal. So one of the rarest metals out of these, you know, gold, palladium, platinum, silver. I think platinum is the rarest, and it actually has a use for catalytic converters in automotive field and stuff like that. Silver, obviously, has a lot of use cases, and it's been it's kind of funny because I think I also bought silver about right here in 2020 again, and it was basically $30. So it's kind of funny. It's about the same price as it was. It dipped a lot, down to about $17, and then now it's back up. Gold again, just blasting off. I think I bought this one. What was 2020 price? Yeah, it was about 1,600 if I remember correctly. Yeah, 1,600. So there you are, and boom, now it's a lot higher. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I like physical gold. You can hold paper gold, which is like ETFs and stuff, but there's always a chance that they can claw back that money from ETFs. So if the holder of the ETF goes insolvent, they can claw the money back. They cannot do that, obviously, with physical metals, but you got to keep it in a safe at home, and it's a little bit different. And you pay a little bit more of a premium, I believe, when you buy actual physical gold versus like spot gold or ETF gold. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Crazy market. That's going to be it for the market update today. If you do want to do any leverage trading, especially if you want to trade any of these, you can use BTCC.com. I have a link below. Gives you a nice little discount on fees. And there's some new time bonuses. So if you want to trade gold or silver or platinum using USD Tether, it's kind of cool. You can open some trades there. I don't think they have one for platinum. I think I looked. I don't think they have one for platinum. They definitely have gold and silver, so you can trade those if you want to. It's kind of fun to trade those on there, or you can obviously do it in like Fidelity or whatever other broker you have. You can just buy GLD, which is this one right here, and you can see, boom, pre-market actually up a little bit, so that's interesting. But that's it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and use those links below if you want to support me. That's the best way to support me. And have a great day. Good luck, everyone, in this crazy market. And that's it. See you guys.